Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome here to the Veltins Arena for Schalke 04, just above the Ruhr River here in the beautiful city of Gelsenkirchen, and a more Bundesliga action as Schalke 04 host the defending champions, the Bavarian giants themselves, Bayern Munich, in round 18 of the Bundesliga. Bayern Munich coming off of the win against Augsburg in midweek, a hard win, be it for the champions. Lewandowski from the penalty spot saved them 3 points in that game, where Augsburg missed a penalty later on. For Schalke, it was back to the normal business, which is losing pretty much this season against Eintracht Frankfurt 3-1 away from home. They start this match with Farman in the goalkeeping position. It is Matej Nastasic and Ozan Kabak in centre half, Becker at right back, and Kolasinac, the new recruit on loan, at left back, Stambouli and Serdar in the centre of the midfield, Mark Uth, Amin Harit and Benito Raman play behind Gonzalo Paciencia, Ibisevic, Bentaleb, Skribski, Bujalab, Rudmatondo. All of them are on the bench today for the side that was winless in 31 games in a row. For Bayern, only 2 changes from the game against Augsburg: Neuer in the goalkeeping position, Süle and Alaba at centre half, Pavard and Davis on the flanks, Kimmich and Goretzka as usual in the centre midfield position. Gnabry starts with Sane alongside Müller behind the top scorer in the Bundesliga, Robert Lewandowski, with 21 goals this season after his penalty against Augsburg. Of course, the likes of Roca, Lucas Hernandez, Doliso, all of those are on the bench for Hansi Flick. This is an important game, of course, for Bayern Munich. They need to keep momentum going, literally in the first fixture of the second half of the season, mathematically. This fixture, of course, was a bad one for Schalke, and here the game is underway. Of course, they lost 8-0 in the reverse fixture at the Allianz Arena early on in September, which doesn't bode well really for them facing the defending champions. Here's the first attempts here for Schalke, thwarted, intercepted by Goretzka to Lewandowski, back to Goretzka again, and Bayern trying to make danger from the start, and Sane with the left-footed shot, but it goes wide. He put his foot straight through that ball, but it didn't go to the rightful corner. Of course, a former Schalke man himself, Leroy Sané, he knows all well about this stadium and the pressure of playing against Bayern from the other side. Here's the ball from Farman straight to Bayern now, and it is a counter-attack already, and the first 4 minutes have been a barrage of attacks so far for Bayern. Here's Gnabry, turns around to Sané, to Goretzka, but Bayern are too slow to react here. Goretzka back to Alphonso Davies, who tries to put a cross in, but is deflected away, and it is Schalke now on the attack early on in this game. Mark Uth tries to play to Paciencia, who will try to thread through a ball forward, but he decides to go back, which is a little bit scary. Paciencia, of course, coming from Eintracht Frankfurt on a permanent deal of a 2-year contract to Schalke, which hopefully will improve their attack. Also, they brought in Klaas-Jan Huntelaar as one of the last moves in that transfer window in January. A class act, no pun intended really, from the Dutch former Schalke player. Of course, returns on a second spell to that club. Here's the ball for Bayern, who are trying to conjure something forward. Goretzka trying to thread to Müller, who looks for the space forward here. Here's Müller still going, and it's Lewandowski. Takes the ball and takes too much time probably to shoot, and back to Davis now, who's going to be looking for the cross, and it is the header from Leroy Sané. It's already 2 chances for the former Schalke man, who's been all dangerous, all work now so far for Bayern down that left-hand side alongside Alphonso Davies. That's a very dangerous front right there. Here's Müller setting the ball up to Lewandowski, who's going to be looking for space, but back to Kimmich now, and intercepted by Suat Serdar. And Paciencia now, he has the ball, passes to Mark Uth back and Nastasic, but it seems that Schalke didn't find the space yet, and here's Paciencia, this could be dangerous for them, and back to Benito Raman, to Stambouli, a couple of quick passes and exchanges now for Schalke. Here's Paciencia, but it is well read and intercepted by Niklas Süle, though back to Schalke, and now back to Bayern shortly, and here is Müller, again trying to start a new attack for Bayern. Looked past Sane, but Nastasic was too strong for him. It is Benito Raman now running down the channel, but Alphonso Davies, or David Alaba, sorry, would be too quick for him, and this is a foul for Schalke out of nowhere. Set-piece defending could be dangerous. Here's Amin Harit with the cross, but Manuel Neuer makes the good boxing. Bayern Munich are going to be looking again for another win, of course. Third win in a row after two hard wins against both Freiburg and Augsburg in the last couple of weeks, which followed, of course, two big setbacks in the cup. And here is Sané, could be scoring here, and he leaves no room for error for Sané. It is 1-0 Bayern away from home at the Veltins Arena. Leroy Sané has been the source of danger so far for Bayern Munich on that left-hand side, and he certainly brings the goods now in the third attempt. Third time is certainly the charm for former Manchester City / Schalke man Leroy Sané. What a beautiful finish from him. It goes through Ozan Kabak and between the hands of Farman to the bottom corner, to the top corner it travels, and it is 1 Bayern, Schalke 0. And game is back underway now with Bayern leading inside 20 minutes. This is a crucial point of the game. A turn of the tables probably for Schalke, and it could be a sign for things that are worse to come for the raw side. They could draw the game here if they find a quick reaction in themselves, but it looks pretty impossible against a side that defeated them 8-0 in the first time around. Could this be pretty much the same kind of medicine here? We will wait and see. Here's Ozan Kabak looking for Estambuli, and this is Paciencia, and this could be an opportunity for Schalke. The turn from Mark Uth. He doesn't find Paciencia, who intercepts it from Alaba, and Paciencia with a shot. The first attempt for Schalke goes wide. This was a golden chance, considering they didn't do any kind of danger so far in the game, but they almost scored on a bad mistake from David Alaba. And now Bayern, they would want to add second, of course, they would want to make it comfortable for them. They don't want to have any sort of stress leading into half-time or leading to the rest of the game. And here is Lewandowski threading Sané again, and this could be dangerous, but it is an offside flag on the German international. We will see it here. Here is the offside. It is quite a tight margin, really, by a foot, literally, from Leroy Sané. We're halfway point through the first half, and it is Bayern leading away by the goal from the former Schalke man, as I mentioned, Leroy Sané. And Schalke, since that moment, have been trying to equalise and trying to find any opportunity to get through, but they couldn't do that so far. Here's Paciencia looking for the run from Mark Uth, and the interception it is from Kimmich, going all the way to Gnabry now on the right. We didn't mention him a lot. Gnabry wasn't that much of a working force in that side. Here's Müller to Lewandowski, who could be looking to thread it to Gnabry. He thinks against it, and now to Müller, and this should be the second goal, and it is Leroy Sané with the brace. It is Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 2, and these are quite the scenes here at Gelsenkirchen. Quite the half an hour for Schalke. They concede 2 goals by the same man, the former Schalke player, as we mentioned, Leroy Sané. This was a tap-in. That was a goal all day long. You cannot miss these kind of chances, and Leroy Sané is certainly not hiding the fact that he enjoys scoring these 2 goals for Bayern Munich. Bayern are leading away inside half an hour, 2-0, and again, this could be a carbon copy of the first game at the Allianz Arena, unless Schalke have it in them to make a historic comeback, but that doesn't look on the cards now as Bayern intercept. Lewandowski leading another attack, threading a long ball to Müller. This time it is Farman who almost makes a meal of it for some reason, and it goes for a Bayern throw now. The goal is still out. Here's Sané, tries to take advantage, but Farman was alert here. This is a hard game so far for Schalke. They only mastered one chance, and it wasn't their own doing. It was Bayern Munich making mistakes, and they make mistake now. But they recover. Here is Nastasic trying to start a new attack for Bayern. You can see the stats, despite the low possession comparatively to Bayern. Their 2 shots on target are inside the net, and they take the lead from them, while Schalke couldn't muster anything significant. And here is Sané now, leading for Goretzka. And here is Thomas Müller. He could find Sané if he looks up. He tries again, he gets past Nastasic, and it is in Farman's hand. Collects the ball pretty easily. A long ball forward here, trying to look for the ongoing Schalke attackers. Here, Gnabry to Müller. And this could be dangerous again, and Sané could be on a hat-trick, but Farman this time denies him the opportunity and makes the very crucial save. It is Sané's game so far. He has been the VIP of the game. Farman with an incredible save. Here is Kimmich on the set piece, and Farman collects it before Lewandowski leaps his header in. It is incredible how Bayern, with less possession than normal, managed to score 2 goals and managed to make the most of their chances in this wonderful day so far for them. Here is Ozan Kabak, and the pass doesn't go well for Schalke attackers. It's for Süle, and now back for Süle again, Kimmich, and this could be another dangerous opportunity for Bayern. And here's Sané, who's been finding acres of space to run into, and he could be on his hat-trick here. Leroy Sané, he chooses to cross, and what an outrageous flick by Serge Gnabry. How about that for the 3rd goal for Bayern Munich? This is just lovely from the champions. Serge Gnabry absolutely with an outrageous back heel flick. Look at Sané, very selfless. And he chooses to pass the ball to Gnabry, and look at that for a finish from another German international in the Bayern squad. This is just beyond belief. Schalke are being torn apart by the champions, and you'd expect them to do so really. 43 minutes, Bayern make it 3, it is Schalke 0, Bayern 3, and this is just getting worse for Schalke. They could not take it anymore. The second half probably should be litigating damage. If there is anything left to litigate in this game at the moment, it is going to be half-time pretty soon, and surely Schalke will try to look at themselves and what they did in this first half, and how they conceded those goals, leaving too much space on the flanks for Sané to run into, and certainly they paid the price for that bad defending. And here is the halftime whistle here at the Veltins Arena. It is Schalke 0, Bayern Munich 3. Sané was the man of the show. 2 goals for him in the game from 6 shots in the first half. Gnabry, after his assist as well, making it 3-0. And welcome back to the second half action, and it is Bayern's game now to control, and certainly they would have a very comfortable lead here, and they'll be looking to add more into it as Thomas Müller tries to juggle his way through the defensive Schalke, but he couldn't do it. Schalke's defending in the first half was too shambolic, leaving way too much space for Sané to run into, and certainly he did the best he could from that space. Here's Pavard. Didn't work a lot in that game, didn't have a lot to do offensively or defensively for that matter. Certainly no danger came on his way. Here's Kolasinac, a pass to Suat Serdar, and Schalke will try and save their face, of course. Scoring some goal in any sort of capacity would be fine for them. Here is the interception from Pavard, and here is Paciencia now to Harith and to Ut, and Schalke may try to get some chances here, but they can't. In the end, it's intercepted. And here is Gnabry now, and he's running free, and Lewandowski is in the box if he looks up, and Gnabry decides to play on his own, and the ball is intercepted by Kolasinac. And back now for Bayern. Goretzka, the midfield beast for Bayern, is intercepting. 52 minutes, it is Bayern 3, Schalke 0 in reverse, and here is Lewandowski trying the heel flick to Müller, but he can't find him, and now it's Farman, and back to Bayern once again. Schalke cannot do anything, they cannot find space to breathe if they wanted to, and here is Mark Uth. This could be something for Schalke, but again, the doors and the windows are closed in the Bayern defence, and Lewandowski with an attempt from outside the box, but Farman with the second save of the game. It could have been more hadn't it been for Farman and his saves. And Bayern Munich seem about to make a substitution at the moment. Indeed, it will be probably Leroy Sané. From what I know, it is Leroy Sané for the Frenchman Kingsley Coman before the corner. And here's Kimmich with the header from Lewandowski, and Farman again. Farman with the save, denying Lewandowski a goal today. He's going to be furious not scoring in a game like this where they had too many chances. And it's going to be another corner, and Kimmich again on the set piece. And here's another attempt, and Lewandowski and Farman again. He is the hero from the Schalke side, and it's going to be Kimmich again. And the header this time from Süle, and goes too wide. This time it will be a goal kick for Schalke finally. Here is the third goal from Gnabry. It's just outrageous. This goal is unbelievable from him. 58 minutes here in the Veltins Arena, as you can see on the scoreline. Schalke 0, Bayern 3. They settled things up since the first half, scoring 3 goals, Sane twice, before leaving, of course, now to be replaced by Koeman. And here's Bayern again, starting on the attack. This is way too much space. This is ridiculous. It looks too easy, really, for Bayern to do, and this is why probably they're missing a lot of chances to score the 4th goal. And here is Goretzka, who hits the crossbar. Bayern Munich are certainly doing damage here, and Schalke are going to be watching as the damage unfolds here in their defence. Goretzka could have scored a 4th there, but is now back to Schalke as half an hour is remaining in this, to be fair, onslaught going by Bayern Munich. It is a one-sided game, as one-sided games could come here. And here is Thomas Müller now trying to score a goal for himself. He gets through and he heads it back, and Kingsley Coman looked for the spectacular. But the defence was alert this time, and Farman is going to kick the ball back and probably for a Bayern attack once more. Here's Davis, yellow carded early on in the game. Kolasinac now, and Gnabry intercepts, and it is a throw-in. Schalke are really helpless, and it's going to be a substitution for them. Benito Raman is going to be leaving as Schalke make the substitution and introduce Nabil Bujalab. Certainly this looks like an offensive substitution, which is not the best thing to do, really, when you're losing 3-0 against Bayern at home. And here's Istanbuli now. He tries to create something for Bayern, intercepted by Goretzka, the beast of the midfield, as we mentioned, in Bayern. And here is now Lewandowski trying to set things going. Intercepted here for Schalke. They tried to muster something in the game, but they couldn't. Suetzer now to Uth, and looking for Harit now. He could be fighting a good ball, but he decides against it and gets back to Nastasic. No spaces whatsoever for Schalke to move into, and here's Mark Uth to Paciencia, looking for an attempt to shoot, but it's David Alaba with the clearance. And now a counter-attack for Bayern. Again, too much spaces to run into, and here's Gnabry. This should be 4 for Bayern. They need to score the 4th, really. They missed too many chances, and the header from Becker, the right back, covering the position inside the box. And another substitution, it is Ben Taleb for Suetzer. This is a more defensive, more conservative kind of substitutions with 20 minutes or less left in the game. And here is Kimmich, and the header now from Nastasic in the defence. It's going to be another substitution soon for Bayern as Leon Goretzka makes way for the Spaniard coming from Espanyol, Mark Roca. He didn't have a lot of game time for Bayern this season. Certainly he was unlucky, red-carded against Salzburg in the Champions League, and also missing penalty against Kiel for Bayern to lose. Nothing comes from this corner, and now it's going to be Schalke's attack. Stambouli looking to lump the ball forward to Paciencia, but no space whatsoever. And here is Alphonso Davies now to Kimmich, trying to head the ball into the path of Roca, but it's intercepted, and it's going to be back to Schalke now. Hopefully they will try to score a goal to save face. Bayern missed a lot of chances to make things more worse for the Roar side, but certainly they would take the victory and the clean sheet as it looks at the moment. Certainly Schalke are unable, really helpless at the attack. They could not score at the moment, and it seems that Bayern have locked their defence up. And here is Alaba now, moving to Pavard, to Gnabry, and this is the run, and this creates a lot of danger for Schalke. And here is Kingsley Coman running down that left-hand side. This should be an assist for him. Thomas Müller turns around, and his shot was too easy for Farman to collect. Less than 15 minutes now, 30 minutes to go in this game, and Bayern Munich are really piling the pressure on Schalke. It was a one-way traffic kind of game, and here is Gnabry now with the attempt. Cross very far, and Kingsley Coman with a very, very speculative effort just from inside the box. But it is a goal kick for Schalke, who are going to be trying anything to keep this result as it is, not make it worse as the game progresses and heads towards its end. And here's another change for Schalke. It is Omar Mascarell coming in for Stambouli. Stambouli, of course, was outworked and outdone in the midfield by Goretzka and Kimmich. There is no doubt about that. Here is the ball now for Schalke, looking for anything to capitalise on. Ben Taleb, he's running down that left-hand side. A negative run, might I add. Here's Kabak to Uth. Paciencia probably has been the only active player in the Schalke lineup today. Of course, with the only chance significant for his club. And here's interception now from him again, trying to pass. But Amin Harit wasn't in the right place, and here is Ben Taleb now looking for Paciencia, and here's another mistake from Alaba that almost cost him, but now Neuer with the recovery and a long ball forward, lumping it towards Lewandowski, and the goalkeeper is out, but this time Farman manages to recover right in time to keep the ball out of the net. That would have been an outrageous goal for Lewandowski, who certainly would be fuming with himself for not scoring. And here's the ball intercepted pretty high, but Nastasic with the recovery, well read there. Here is Becker, a mistake from him, a bad giveaway that almost cost Schalke a fourth goal. But in the end, they keep that score intact. Somehow it will be way honourable for them if they keep it 3-0. Paciencia now to Harit, but that pass is overweighted. The final moments of the game, the last 3 minutes or so plus stoppage time. I don't think there will be a lot of stoppage time. 2 minutes at the very best, probably. Really, Schalke didn't have a lot to do in this game, and certainly they would wish this game is over. And here is Mark Uth, who scores a consolation goal finally for Schalke. And certainly for them, they would love it, despite the fact that they were onslaughted by Bayern throughout the game. A barrage of chances for them, a mistake from Niklas Zule. Certainly costly here. Alaba did a couple of mistakes, but they weren't as costly as this one. And Schalke finally score a goal. Bayern Munich are not going to keep clean sheet today in the Veltins Arena, and Schalke make sure they have something for themselves in this game, even if it's not a point. Niklas Zule made way for Lucas Hernandez, a last change, a defensive substitution for Bayern. Certainly, they wouldn't need to reinforce, really. The game is going towards its end. 2 minutes left to play here at stoppage time. Could Bayern score a fourth goal here? Just for funsies, and it's going to be another foul for Bayern. Very dangerous and a very close position. And here is David Alaba. He's going to be looking to score. He leaves it to Lewandowski. We'll see what Bayern are going to be conjuring from this set piece. Could they score the fourth? And here is Lewandowski, and it hits the wall and goes to Farman. The last kick of the game, and certainly it will end Bayern, or end Schalke 1, Bayern 3. Leroy Sané was the man of the show before leaving the field, of course, scoring twice in the first half before giving an assist to Serge Gnabry for an outrageous flick for the third goal. Mark Uth scoring the consolation sole goal for Schalke in the game. Certainly this is not a good one for Schalke. For Bayern, they will take the victory despite no clean sheets, but certainly they would need to keep the momentum going, and goodbye.